Welcome to Fun and Games Side Quests. Every episode is a different host sharing a video game they love and why they love it.
Welcome to Side Quests. I'm Michela, your guest host for today. I have a YouTube channel where I explore Dark Souls and Bloodborne lore, host a weekly gaming stream, and have fun with reviews, unboxings, and more. I'm here today to talk about one of my favorite games of all time, Bayonetta. It's not an understatement to say that Bayonetta changed my life. I first heard about the game while diving headfirst into Devil May Cry around 2009. I had heard that Hideki Kamiya, the original director of Devil May Cry, who has since blocked me on Twitter, was working on another action game with a female lead. I had the title on my radar, but kept my expectations moderate until the demo came out. I remember playing it and being struck by the fluid movements and how absolutely camp the lead character is with her beehive and one-piece leathery outfit. I fell in love immediately and pre-ordered the game. Picking up said pre-order was an ordeal though. I had snagged a version of the game that came with posters of Bayonetta in a variety of different positions, some action-based while others reminiscent of boudoir shots. Needless to say, I was beyond excited to get them. I arrived at GameStop on the night of the game's release, having just returned from my first full-time job out of college, exhausted, fingers itching to play. The guy at the front desk handed me the game, but not the posters, so I reminded him that I had a pre-order bonus. He leaned in to whisper to me, "Are you sure you want them? They feature Bayonetta in some provocative positions." I replied, "Yes, I want my posters." But instead of handing me the tube, he opened it and proceeded to show me the artwork, provocative positions and all, in the middle of the store. Each time he leafed through a new page, he'd comment on how shocking they were, and remark on how he shouldn't be doing this because there were children present, even though I didn't ask him for any of this. By that point, I had lost my patience and told him firmly to give me the posters that I had ordered. He caved, and we finished the transaction. As I exited the store, he yelled, "Enjoy your porn posters!" I called back out to him, "I will!" Even though that situation was needless and borderline traumatic, I'm proud that I claimed my loot. The posters hung up in my apartment for years, and I still have the tube in my closet. Moving on to the game itself, it was one I had to fight for, which really solidified my love for it as time went on. The story follows Bayonetta, an ancient witch who lost her memories, on her journey through the fictional city of Vigrid. She holds half of a pendant called the Eye of the World and hears that the other is located in the area. The game runs about 8 to 10 hours, but offers endless replay value as you unlock new weapons, moves, challenges, and climb up the difficulty rating. To this day, I'm still proud that I've beaten the game on every difficulty all the way up to non-stop infinite climax. Bayonetta is a character who embodies a specific type of feminine strength that I really can't help but adore. She's unapologetically confident in herself and her sexuality in a way that doesn't specifically pander to straight, cisgender male audiences. Her attacks include graceful acrobatics, expert martial arts, and, my favorite, BDSM-inspired torture attacks, which see her enemies forced into elaborate torture devices before being spanked into total submission. But let's move on, shall we? I'm a fan of high-octane action games with fluid combat, and to this day, even after playing games like Nier Automata and Devil May Cry 5, Bayonetta still holds up as one of my all-time favorites. I can't tell you how grateful I am to have a character like Bayonetta in the world who's brave enough to be herself and to show people her darker side. Bayonetta has helped me understand myself better and to become a more confident person. On top of that, I wear glasses every day. Before playing Bayonetta, I was embarrassed to wear them and I couldn't imagine finding a pair that suited me well. After playing, I went out immediately and bought frames that looked almost exactly like hers. For the first time, I felt fashionable in my frames and have never been afraid to wear them for any occasion since. I'm beyond excited for Bayonetta 3, and I highly recommend to anybody who likes action games to check out Bayonetta 1 and 2 if you haven't already. If you'd like to follow my content or cosplay, feel free to check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/Michela. It's spelled M-I-C-H-E as in Edward, L-A. Or on Twitter at Michela, D as in David, and then the word London. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you all have a great day. Happy gaming!
Nostalgia is one of the strongest forces in the human psyche and is responsible for the continued existence of some of our favorite fandoms. From the minds behind the Dole Open Dreams podcast and Isolation Cast Voices from Quarantine, Saturday Morning Confidential takes you on a deep dive into the properties that helped influence the artists and creators of today. So whether you are a Goonie, a gym girl, a Digi-destined, or you just want to return to Oz, new episodes release on Fridays bi-weekly starting January 1st of 2021, and join us on the Wednesdays after the main show for the Serial Killer Radio Hour, where we sit down with the people responsible for the toys, shows, and fandoms that you love. Now you can find Saturday Morning Confidential at certainpov.com/SMCpod or on your favorite podcast platforms. So don't forget to tune in for another deep dive into the files of Saturday Morning Confidential.
CPOV. CertainPOV.com.